started on that note right there. Welcome back to another episode of the How'd I Get Here podcast, the podcast for positivity, progression, and helping us find our own path. You guys know me, Jake, the head of Bigger Than Goals Training. I don't like that.
So before you got into it, I was like, are we gonna practice that? So what? No, it's not the head of. It's like, owner of Bigger Than Goals Training.
I don't have as big a chest as you, so I can't like you just like Bigger Than Goals Training. Like you said it with some authority.
Yeah, talk like you own that shit.
I do own that.
Talk like Mikey wasn't flexing on that shit. That was dope, actually. That video that you posted.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brian posted. Shout out Brian.
Oh, word.
I mean, yeah,
You don't record those?
No, Brian does all my recording.
I thought you
and
were
runs my
recording
social
from
media.
that whole time.
I used to, but Brian now does my social media.
His brother.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Have you met his brother?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
So Brian does all the social media. He does most of the videos and the photography as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So shout out Brian for helping me out. Bigger Than Goals Training. Anybody who needs soccer training, I am the best, most experienced individual and group trainer in all of Connecticut. And if you want to put that to the test, come see me. You're going to fail.
See, that's what you're talking about. That shit right there, that's what you need to say. That's what I'm talking about. Talk that shit, King.
Hey, I meant every single word of it. Ain't nobody fucking with me. Watch when I take over, y'all be like, damn, this nigga wasn't lying.
Facts. You see all these kids flexing like Ronaldinho,
Hey,
Messi.
I heard you.
It's your boy, Spencer, financial rep, financial services, financial advisor, however you want to call it. There's a bunch of different names. Holistic financial planning. Come talk to me. It's very low key. When people hear finance, it's like taboo and they're like, I don't want to talk about money. Listen, a plan goes a long way because as cliche as it is, you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I do no cost consultations for friends, family, and referrals. So that being said,
well, before we hop into today's episode, I got the shout out. Borinquen Eats by Aisha provided us with this week's dope food. By the way, if anybody knows how to work technology, so we have this dope ass fucking mixer that neither of us can figure out how to use it. We literally just wasted 2.5 hours trying to figure out how to get to use it.
yeah.
I say all that is because that mixer has sound effects and I don't have to do no more.
We could have
Yeah, so if anybody watching this shit knows how to, matter of fact, we're looking for a technician.
Yeah.
We're having tryouts.
Trios.
Come join the team. But
Preferably be a DJ as well.
hey, we got some big things coming. We'll talk about that when the time is right. But yes, shout out to Borinquen Eats by Aisha for providing us with today's snack. I know last week I had what was it, a New York style sushi?
Sushi. It was like a
Chef Man to help it down.
Yeah. It was like it was a fried shrimp sushi roll.
Right. So this week we
Shrimp tempura roll.
yeah, Spence is on a fucking empanada binge.
Yo, listen, you start hanging out with Spanish people, aka Jacob. You start eating different types of empanadas. You're like, all right, cool. I just want to taste all the different empanadas of the world. Kind of like chicken sandwiches,
but better. So today we've got fucking. I think she gave us 3 different types. I know there's buffalo chicken, beef, and I want to say regular chicken.
What is this?
So this is flan. Right?
I've never had flan, but it looks funky to me.
It's like Spanish cheesecake. I guess that's the easiest way to describe it.
Normally it looks wet.
Well, it's also been sitting here for 3 hours.
No, but like normally when you see flan, it's almost like upside down on the plate and it's wet.
Listen, I actually don't like flan. Her flan is the only flan that I eat. It's that good. Yeah. So her flan is dope. So yeah, we got a little bit of desserts. We got empanadas here. So yeah, thank you, Aisha, for giving us something to eat today. You guys check her out. I'm gonna tag her shit. And literally, she's a mother she's always been cooking, but she started this cooking business through COVID. She lost her job, so she kind of had to like figure out a way, and now she found a passion through it. So she's making this business rock on, and the food's amazing, and it sounds cliche, but it's cooked with love and passion, and like she takes care of everybody.
Honestly, those look like the biggest empanadas I've seen in the last 5-6 weeks I've been eating them consistently.
Word. So yeah, let's so dig in, bro. I wish I could tell you which ones are which.
This one looks like the buffalo chicken,
but you won't be disappointed. So let's get started with today's conversation. We don't really have any set talk, but we just want to chop it up. So somebody how is it? It's the buffalo chicken one, bro. She's got barbecue chicken is banging as well, and then she's got a Philly cheesesteak one. Oh, and she has vegan. Whoa. She has vegan empanadas as well. Yeah. This buffalo is smack, right? Yeah. So somebody asked me the other day, what is your toxic trait? And I was like, bro, I really don't know.
Your toxic trait?
Yeah. I'm now, okay, let me ask you first, what's your toxic trait? And they asked me this like Tuesday. Today's now Friday, but I don't know.
I feel like my toxic trait, because every time someone asks, I always say it's a gift and a curse. What's that? Is that cheese?
No, this is food cheesesteak.
Okay. So I gotta grab that one to the right. Mm-hmm. Heard you. My toxic trait is between my intuition and my ability to compartmentalize. I say my intuition because 9 times out of 10, I understand just based on my perception, like looking at someone, I understand someone's like being, I just get them as a person. And my intuition, 9 times out of 10 is on point. So knowing that and knowing myself, I then know how to navigate that situation with that person. And then, what did I say?
So is it toxic because you can now figure out how you're kind of figuring them out?
It's toxic because I now have the ability to do what I want with that, right? So it's like my Uncle Ben said to Spider-Man before he passed away. Wow, that's not when you laugh. Great power comes great responsibility. And I feel like that's my responsibility. Knowing this about myself and understanding people, I now have the responsibility to take the high road, like being the bigger person. I feel like that's my responsibility. And you kind of notice, like, I don't really turn up on people. I'm pretty laid back for the most part. I'm pretty chill because I understand that, everyone's human and everyone's going through something different. And once I understand somebody and I know them, now I can't hold anything against them. I think that is bad for me because
you can't hold anything against people.
It's tough. Like if I know you and I know how you operate, it's hard for me to hold anything against you because I know why you're doing what you're doing.
Okay, so with that being said, what does that say about me? Because if you did something, even if I know how you operate, I also see what you just did. So I'm gonna remember, like, you did that shit. It wasn't an accident. You meant that shit.
Are you looking at it objectively or emotionally? You did that, you hurt me, I'm never gonna forget that.
It's not even you hurt. I mean, that's a very great point. But I don't even think it's subjective, hey, you hurt me. I think it's like, bro, look at what you did. Like, we're all adults here. And that's not to say people don't make mistakes, but it's also not to say, like, think before you act. Like, you did that shit. You know what I mean? And like, if I keep giving people chance after chance after chance after chance, where the fuck is that gonna lead me?
So that's a great point. And how it's hard for me to hold things against people, unless I feel like it was malicious intent, your reaction, like, yeah. Just how mom used to make it.
Mama ain't never made me no fly. So look, there goes the, oh shit.
Oh no.
That's the liquidy shit you were talking
Oh,
about.
on the bottom.
So how you said it's flipped?
Yeah, that's exactly how it is.
But yeah.
Got it. So unless I feel like there's malicious intent, almost like last week's podcast when I was talking about like white people trying to relate to us. Unless I'm like, no, this person did this on purpose and they came at my life or my well-being, I give so many people, I'm like, all right, you get a pass because I understand that you don't know yourself well enough to realize what you just did. Because a lot of people, if you really pay attention, a lot of people don't know themselves as well as they think they do. Unfortunately, because not a lot of people that I've seen take the time to really reflect on themselves and look at their actions objectively. Most people want to point the finger and like, yeah, I'm not where I want to be because of this person. I'm not where I want to be because, these obstacles are in my way.
They
It's
don't
so
take
much harder.
accountability.
Yeah, they don't take accountability. So, if it's hard for me to hold anything against people, but I don't forget. It's like, listen, I remember you did this, and when I feel like you're in a place to receive what I'm gonna say to address it, I'll address it. But until that point, I'm like, you know what? You're still figuring it out.
I feel like holding grudges is very unhealthy, right?
I don't hold grudges.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, you're very much like, you did this, whatever, I'm not gonna take the blame on me. That's on you, type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because I don't know if I'd say I hold grudges, but I cut people off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm quick to be like I'm very solid in my life. You know what I mean? I'm very, I've had the same 3 best friends since middle school and high school. Went to college, my best friends since freshman year, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of us have been best friends since freshman year on. And then like along the way, I've met people, right? But like you see me, I'm with the same people every week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm very solid in the sense that like, if you're not contributing, I don't need that. I'm not gonna bring you into my life if you fucked up. I don't know if that's I mean, would you say that's holding a grudge?
No, so you have to be very protective of your energy, right? I'm very protective of my energy. If we don't mesh, and you just can't be around me.
Right.
Respectfully, I don't hold anything against you. You are who you are. You were raised a certain way. We just don't mesh. And I think people need to cut people off respectfully more because it's like, yo, I don't need your type of energy around me. You're good for someone else, just not me. And I realize that. So, I can't be around you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, like I said, I try to be open-minded for the most part. I'm trying to pick the right empanada so we get the right proportions.
I ain't worried about it. So she, he said, so every Wednesday, so she has a set menu. And then every Wednesday she has like one meal, right? But like when I go to her, I just kind of get like the same shit or whatever she's cooking that day. I just stop in and be like,
it's fair.
Yeah, like, yo, what you got? And okay, here's the money, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I told her instead of getting the normal, because apparently like she's put wings on her menu a couple times and I've missed them. So it's right. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like I was like, yo, now that it's summer and I've got a little bit more free time, I'm gonna stop by this once a week and order like just something I hadn't had. Cause she cooks that much. Like her menu's that like extensive, so I don't know what. That's why I'm not worried about that.
She got the Maggie McFly menus.
Yeah. But shit, I feel you on that. And I think that's something I could work on, but people say like, yo, Jake, you're an asshole. But it's like, I don't think I'm an asshole as much as I am selective with protecting my energy. And if I feel you are threatening to my energy, I used to have a longer leash. But now if you are threatening my peace, my mental, my energy, like, bro, I can't.
So what do you think caused that? Because obviously,
trauma, nigga, I'm broken. I went to the doctor this week. He said something wrong with your heart. I said, no shit, nigga, I be in the streets.
He said, I be in the streets. I spent a little too much time in New York.
God damn, 7%. This shit slap, right? Especially when you get the little caramel shit in the bottom, bro. But yeah. So, but no, I would say, because I used to always, and maybe this was my toxic trait, or part of what I'm saying is my toxic. I feel like everybody that's gonna watch and listen to this, like, nah, nigga, I know what your toxic trait is. I hear the way you fucking speaking. But
I openly tell people I'm toxic.
I don't, like, not to try and big myself up, but like, I really don't know. Maybe my toxic trait is like, I used to try to always see the good in people, right? And even when, to answer your question, like, how did I get here to like cutting people off and shit? Like, I used to always like ignore red flags, make excuses, or like always chance after chance. Whereas now it's like, bro, people are who they are. People do not change. People are going to do what they want to do, regardless of you. So because I know that, it's like, all right, bet, I saw what you did. You might get another chance, but like, I'm not gonna ignore patterns. I'm not gonna ignore what you are doing.
I like that. Not ignoring patterns. My only issue with what you said is that people don't change. And I hope that's wrong, because I try to change. I try to change daily, weekly, like as quickly as I can, just to progress. But I see what you're saying, because like I was saying before, people don't reflect enough on their own actions to change. So they think, well, you know, if it's not broke, why fix it? And they don't realize that what they're doing,
you the broke one.
They don't realize that what they're doing is broken, and they need to figure out a different avenue to progress through life. I think because I consider myself a leader in those aspects, that I give people the benefit of the doubt, and I think that if I can give them some insight, maybe they can change for the better. But I'm not always correct on that. Sometimes I spend way too much effort and energy on people who have been a lost cause, whether it be in business, relationships, or what have you.
And I feel you on that, because I mean, you know how I am, like, very outspoken leader. Yeah, nigga, I talk a lot, I get it. Outspoken leader, like, but even this school year has taught me one thing: you can't fix lazy. You can't help somebody who doesn't want to help.
You can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves.
That's the thing, right? So what I've now learned is, like, I know I have so much to offer. Like, what do you bring to the table now, motherfucker? I'm the table, and I want you to sit at my table. I want you to sit at my table. And if you're sitting at my table, that comes with things. That comes with
responsibility.
With responsibility. Okay. You got to carry us. Not everybody just sitting at my table. Because if you were trying to elevate me, and then there's somebody over here really only looking out for themselves, well, then you're not contributing. Because while you looking out for me, right? One, that's making you better as a leader, as a person. But two, I'm looking out for you. We're gonna elevate each other. Right. Whereas dude over here might just be on some like, nah, how can I get in on that? How can I, well, bro, you can't sit at my table. Because before it used to be, I'm gonna bring you along. You know what I mean? No matter what, I know I'm solid, so I'm gonna bring you along with, not what do I get out of that, but you don't deserve this.
And it's interesting, I just noticed that too, that both of our businesses are based around bettering others, you know, bigger than goals. You are bettering the youth, right? Financial planning, I'm bettering anyone I speak to, because we realize, yo, listen, we know things that could help others. I'm willing to help you, you know, it's just, I want to help you.
Right.
You have to meet me at at least halfway and want to help yourself,
And I don't gotta be doing this shit.
don't have to. I don't have to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to teach you how to play soccer. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have to put ourselves out there to be an asset to you. But we do. The least you can do, if you want to better yourself, meet me halfway.
Show up.
That's it. Just meet me halfway, and I'll handle the other 50%.
Bet.
I'm gonna handle my part. Just do yours.
Right.
No, that really just hit me because it's just interesting that we both are in those fields to help others.
Right.
So I think we might be a little hypersensitive to people who are in things for themselves, where it's like, and I didn't play basketball, but I know the basketball team at Classical Magnet, their saying was Ubuntu.
Bless
No. No, it's I am because we are. Cat said bless you. Cat said bless you. And that's just powerful, you know?
Say it again.
Ubuntu.
No, bless you, nigga.
I am because we are.
Okay. How do you spell Ubuntu?
That's a great question. I don't know. I usually hear them say it. I might be pronouncing it wrong. If I am, I apologize. Tucker, I'm sorry.
So let me ask you a question based on something you said, based off something I said.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was like, people don't change, they are who they are, right?
Yeah, I'm like that.
Okay. So let's talk about something. Today, I posted on the Instagram story. There was 3 questions. Excuse me. 3 questions. The first one was, can you cheat on someone that you love?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start there.
Oh, okay. I personally think, yeah. How? Because cheating. So you can cheat on someone. So is there more to the question before I answer it?
Do you want me to say all 3 questions, or?
Nah, because I'm probably not gonna remember all 3.
What are you saying? Like, is there like
excuse me,
background?
Can you cheat on someone you love?
Who you're in a relationship?
Yeah.
Let me hold on.
Like,
Let me go make sure I'm reading it.
So saying like, if I cheat, do I love them less?
Can you cheat on someone and still love them? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Was the
Can you cheat on someone and still love them? Yes.
wow? Right now we are at 70%. I'm 70%, 50%. Yes, 50% no.
Wow.
Yeah. So can you cheat on someone and still love them?
I think yeah.
Explain.
Because if you love someone, hopefully it's objective. You love someone unconditionally, right?
I'm gonna let you finish.
So loving someone unconditionally, like, listen, I love you for certain attributes about you. You know, I love your smile, I love the way you make me feel. I love.
Go ahead. I accidentally hit it.
Okay. So yeah, like, you know, I love the way you make me feel. I love the way, you know, little intricacies, kind of like the first episode that we first had. So because my primitive instinct got the best of me and I slept with someone else. I mean, personally, and I feel like a lot of men could relate to this. It's like, just because I sleep with someone else, that meant nothing. That was literally.
But if it meant nothing, why did you knew what it was going to do to me, right? You knew that you on someone else's podcast that I was gonna hurt, you'd be fucking cheating on this person. God damn it.
So yeah, in that aspect, it's like, listen, because I know it's gonna hurt you, I wouldn't cheat. But if my partner and I were having a conversation, and I was just like, listen, we were drinking, whatever, I slept with somebody, it meant nothing. Like, because when men say it, and I hate generalizing things, but like, if I were to say it, it really meant nothing.
All right, but I feel like sex, how do I say this?
Ain't better than love.
but it's not about the meaning, right? Because I agree with you. You could fuck somebody and it means nothing, right? Mm-hmm. But the two do not go hand in hand, is what I'm saying. Because you know what your actions. If I beat you, right? Does that mean I still don't love you? Like, if I beat my wife, and I'm not condoning, domestic abuse, right? But like, oh, I hit you, but I still love you.
See, this goes back to me. Like I said, I'm very...
Because you take care of what you love.
Yeah, you protect and you take care of what you love, but everyone has a different upbringing. Everyone has seen love in different perspectives.
I agree. I'll tell you right now, to me, I done seen my mom get cheated on twice, right? Mm-hmm. So, as a kid, so I know what that does to someone else as an adult, right? I could never do that because to me, like you said, everyone has a different upbringing. You see, like, one, to me, that's not love. But if you love someone, right, you're not going to hurt them. The same way I love myself, I'm not going to go do something to hurt myself. If I love someone else, I'm not going to hurt them. True love is wanting more for someone than they want for themselves. Hurt them, right? But I'm not going to go out and do, it might have meant nothing, right? Yeah. To me, it meant nothing, but I knew it meant the world to you.
To that person.
To that person, because I love you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't mean shit to me. It was nothing. But I knew what it meant to you, and because I love you, not gonna do it. I know that you want the dishes done as soon as dinner's over. So because I love you, it don't mean shit to me, but because I love you, I'm gonna do this shit right now.
I get that. Look, I'm not condoning cheating, but I'm not condoning like I understand. Well, primitively, like I feel like yes, naturally people think about it. Whether you have open enough relationship with your partner to speak about it, that's totally different. Because I would love to have a partner like, yo, listen, that person over there, like I would, man, listen, I would take that down.
But do you mean like I'll take that down? Can I, or like, yo, show me over there cold out?
That, yeah. My thing is, I'm not gonna ask. It's like, first off, Ben, listen to the relationship like that. Never ask, never, unless it's like. And I know some people are open to like, going on vacation, sharing that with other people in whatever native lands. Mm-hmm. But men, unless y'all really establish that relationship, never ask. It's on them. Let them pick the shot. But I mean, to your point, I completely understand. And I wouldn't cheat because I wouldn't want to hurt my partner. But if I ever slept with someone else, it wouldn't mean anything. The problem is that it would hurt that person so much that I wouldn't want to do it, but you can still
love them.
But to say you can still cheat and still love the person, yeah, of course.
I think for me, especially at 28 years old, right? Mm-hmm. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, I'm now dating to marry, right?
That's a fact. Yeah.
So I think that if I'm dating, and by dating I mean like we're in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna cheat because like I see myself with you. I'm not just dating someone that I'm not going to love. You know what I mean? Whereas if I'm 23 and I'm just dating you because it's Tuesday,
or like a high school relationship,
right? To me, like once again, not condoning cheating, but I feel like if you cheated when you were younger, that's more acceptable than if you were cheating as an adult.
So in that's an interesting, and I think you're 28. If you were in a relationship, you would be in that relationship to get married and potentially be with that person forever, right?
Right. So,
how do you feel about, say you met someone tomorrow, and by age 30, y'all got married, and you now committing to spend the rest of your life with that person and never sleep with someone else again. How does that make you feel?
Yo, it was crazy. So I was like, damn, same pussy for the rest of my life. But I done seen enough. Wow, this is gonna sound terrible.
Nah, speaking, listen, we're all grown.
I done seen enough pussy in 28 years and by then 30
Uh-huh.
to be like, yo, this is the pussy I want for the rest of my life. And it's not even about the smile, personality. Like, I done seen enough women.
Yeah, around the world.
Literally around the world. I done lived in 4 different countries, right?
Yep.
I done seen enough women to know that you're the one for me. Forever. And you know where I look at, what I look for now in a relationship, the first thing I look for is, can that be my best friend? Right? Because
that's what I said.
No, but because like I was saying earlier, I've had the same best friends. Like, I would never do anything to hurt anybody that I genuinely care about, right? Like, my friends are my family. Like, if I got it, we got it type shit, right? So when I'm bringing a woman into my life, right, I'm looking at you as like, yo, you are my best friend. I'm about to treat you as family.
I think, listen, I respect the hell out of that. And I hope I could live up to that. Like, that's.
I also say that now. 10 years from now, I could be out here cheating and everything.
So like, no, but like, you're that standard, that's beautiful, right? And the same way, my friends, I love all my friends to death. And I would do anything for them. They know that. To me, I'm being vulnerable. That's like a terrifying thought to be. I'm 29 to say I'm gonna get married in the next couple of years. I'm only gonna be with this person for the rest of my life, because I mean, let's be honest. Like you said, I've been with women throughout my life, and it's like when I'm single, I'm outside, right? So now that I've decided to commit to this one person, my primitive urges that I had before when I was single and outside, I'm supposed to act like they're just gone.
See, so to that point, I feel like shit should not change just because you have a partner. And no, but what I okay, so
I can't fix it up tonight.
No, so what I'm saying is, like, normally after the podcast, we've been drinking, we go out.
Yeah.
Right. Say Shorty's here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Babe, you want to go with us? Right. Now I'm in the streets with you. Now I'm getting drunk with you. Now instead of being on the dance floor and grabbing 10 different shorties, I'm dancing with you all night. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm still doing the same thing, but I'm doing it with you.
And I love that. That's great. And that's the point. That's the point of having a best friend as your partner.
Right.
But, and I've mentioned this in previous episodes, naturally, I'm a primitive hunter.
So hunt your girl.
Hold on, I love the game. And to me, it's not about what I have, it's the next thing I'm going to get. So, and trust me, like, if I'm in a relationship, I love my girl to death. I'm not going to do anything to hurt you, but I would be lying if I didn't have these primitive urges. When I see somebody, I make eye contact with you, she makes eye contact with me. We have that connection for a slight second, and I know from that point on, listen, I got you. I can pursue you right now, and boom.
But you know what I think you need? A girl that every time you see her, that's gonna happen. She's yours, and she knows she's yours, and you know she's yours.
Mm-hmm.
But not that she's making you chase, but she's almost like keeping you on your toes.
That's a fact. Yes.
Because then at that point, it's like you are chasing or hunting.
I get that. I think to me, it's like, I love meeting, I'm an introvert, but I do love meeting new people because I feel like everybody's different, and this is why I can't hold things against people, is because I realized you were raised a certain way. The way you were raised is totally different from the way I was raised, the way your parents talk to you, your family, your interactions, your mannerisms. To me, I think that's so cool, and I love to get to know someone. And then when you get to know someone in an intimate manner, it's like a different connection. It's like, to me, it's a different conversation, like a different intimate conversation. But to me, and I think this is where I'm toxic, is that to me, we're just having a deeper conversation. It means something to me, but it's not an emotional experience.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is it not an emotional experience, and is it not deeper because you have a guard up and you're protecting yourself? Because what you're saying is like, hey, I can get to know you and let you get to know me, but only to this point. Because as soon as we cross this threshold, it now means something. It's now deep. So I don't want to get there. So I'm gonna only let you get here, here, or here, because you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a guard. I think it's necessarily like I get to know people, and it's like I know within 30 seconds to a minute of meeting someone.
That's a fact. I remember you saying
if like I'm gonna know you next week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're worth talking to, getting to know, if you're complex enough to really match me on that level, right? So regardless sex or not, like we could vibe sexually, but like we could just be friends and be good friends at that. And I'll always have your back, but I'm not meant to be your man. You know? I'm not meant to be in an emotional relationship with you. And I don't think there's a guard. I think that's just me knowing myself and knowing what I'm capable of doing, and you're not capable of keeping up with me respectfully.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I heard that.
Right?
I heard you.
Like
we ain't on the same level, so why am I waste my energy?
and I think people unfortunately get offended by that, where it's nothing wrong with you. We're just not compatible that way.
And to your point, now that I've been like trying to date and like find somebody, I've been like before it was like, yo, I'm for the streets, like I'm out here, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's like I'm more selective, right? Like I might give you a chance, but your ass might not even see week one, the end of week one. Your ass might not see day two, because like you were saying, and to me, that's not a protection mechanism to answer.
Self-aware.
I'm self-aware, and to tie it back to what you said in the beginning, a lot of people aren't self-aware, and they try to fake it like, oh, this nigga look good, oh, this nigga, he's so funny, or he's well-traveled, and it's like, bro, but do you, like, I had a shorty, right? Oh, I like you. Like, do you like me because you like me? Because you see me, or you like what you see?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because those are two different things.
That's a fact. You know what it is too, and I feel like there's so many fuckboys out here who really
And fuck girls.
Fuck girls too. Yeah, facts. You're not off the hook. But more so it's people who, like I said, they just don't know themselves, and it's more so they don't really know what they want. You know, they don't know what they deserve, and I don't think they even know what they're capable of. Like a lot of people. And this is actually a question that I know you have, and I'll let you ask it after. It's like a lot of people don't understand what they're capable of because they're scared of pursuing certain things. And sometimes they see their better half than other people
Instead of themselves.
And they don't realize they're capable of that as well. They try to attach themselves to that person because they want that person to fill a void that they're too scared to pursue on their own.
I feel like, and this is literally echoing word for word what you just said, you're never going to find your true love or who you're supposed to be with until you know what you want, know what you're capable of, and know who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to echo your sentiment is like, people try to put, oh, that's my better half, or I see that, I like that, I need that to complete me. No. Until you are whole, you're gonna keep hopping around and going into these shitty situations or broken situations because you're not even whole yourself.
Yup.
You know?
And that brings me to, and this is gonna be a different podcast on a total, like, we're gonna touch upon this topic with multiple people, but that brings me to gender roles. So this, and I
think we say it, we'll preface it, and then we'll end it.
What, end the podcast?
Or keep going somewhere. I don't want to dive too deep in that because you've been saying like gender roles. I feel you.
Because I want to run off with the plug on this one. So gender roles, and I see a lot of women saying that, you know, relationships can't be 50-50 financially. A man should be a provider. A man should be this. I shouldn't have to pay X, Y, and Z. Which I get, but it's a very prehistoric way of thinking. And that mindset and that time was when women were oppressed, weren't able to work, weren't able to provide for themselves, and they weren't bosses / queens like they call themselves these days. So if you want to be a boss and a queen, it rubs me the wrong way. And don't get me wrong, I provide for I've always provided for myself, whoever I'm with. That's just natural. Like I said, I'm a natural leader, born provider. But to say publicly that, no relationship should be 50-50 and whatnot, to me, it's just, I don't want to be rude, but it's just like dusty behavior where it's like, if a man was saying this, you'd be like, okay, but it's like, lady, what are you bringing to the table? Like, are you going to stay home, raise the kids, cook, clean, and handle the home while I'm providing financially? Or do you plan on working as well? If we both make 6 figures, say we both make 100K, you want me to then pay 20 grand annually to provide for the home, putting me at 80K, you're at 100K, and what are you doing with that money? It just like, it blows my mind, and I really want to have that conversation with multiple people, and I hope this rubs people the wrong way, because I want to have a controversial conversation about this on the podcast.
Yo, I might know a perfect time to have that conversation.
Hey.
August 6th. We ain't gonna go into detail, but
Yeah.
August 6th might be a good time to have that conversation.
Maybe a 2-part conversation.
Hey, stay tuned for some shit that's going on August 6th. We'll let y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll answer part of that, and then because like you said, we're gonna dive too deep into it. Like you said, those behaviors are very prehistoric, right?
Yeah.
So I'll answer that question with a question and say, if you're asking for that, are you willing to live the same way that women were living back then?
To get that.
And
in 2021.
I'll leave it right there. Yeah. And I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it right there because I don't want to dive too deep into it. But I personally agree with you.
And the thing is, I don't need to go 50-50. I don't really care about it, but it's like,
for me, it's the principle.
It's the principle, guys.
You know
what? Because you said it's like, now we need to address this, and it's like, what are you doing to deserve this?
You know what? Let's tie this shit back. Maybe this is my toxic trait.
Okay.
I'm a man of principle and a man of morals, right? I stick to
Pride?
my guns.
I feel like principle and pride are tied.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree. And me and Chef Manda actually had this conversation the other day.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
I'm ill-equipped for this.
Yeah. And it was the day the bartender situation, right?
Okay.
And she was like, "Oh, you're being prideful." I was like, "I'm not being prideful." No. She said you're having an ego. I was like, "It's not ego. I'm being prideful."
Okay.
Right? But
principalities.
What I'm saying is, I have pride. I mean, I have principles.
Mm-hmm.
I have morals, and I'm stuck in those principles, and I'm stuck in those morals. Right? To me, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And like, to me, my shit is right.
No gray area?
No. Because like,
this would be disagree. I love a gray area.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there are gray areas, but I don't agree with them, depending on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it there, right? So maybe that's my toxic trait where like, I see shit, it's black and white. You know what I mean? And like, when you do that, it's like, why? Like why did you do that? You know what I mean? And like, to the female thing is, or the question that you were saying, it's like really? Like, is this really what we're doing right now? Like, you want to go out to eat, right? And I have full intentions of paying the bill, but at least fake pay the bill. At least make offer a reach for your fucking purse. Don't just be on some like, nah, I'm a queen, this nigga go, because guess what? I'm a king and motherfucking treat me, nigga.
Because if you're a queen and a boss, like, I'm assuming you're making close to what I make. If I'm the provider and I make substantially more, I got you. But if we make around the same amount, like, don't think you're getting off easy, because I'm never going to go broke for somebody, but I'm not going broke or being at a deficit to raise you. Are you my child? And so that and to touch on the pride and principle thing, because I think that's interesting. And because you said you're black and white, and you always make the reference to being a Libra and emotional.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Your black and white and my black and white is totally different, because my black and white is very logical and like emotion's not involved. Where your black and white is like, no, like the emotion is involved, and that's why it's black and white.
You know what I think? I agree but disagree. I think my black and white is logical, but my emotions make me act on it.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
you would be like, yo, this shit's black and white, and that's it. Like, I'm gonna let this shit go. Whereas me, I'm like, nah, this shit's black as fuck. and you need to know. I'm gonna let your ass know when you're gonna start taking care of people. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you get what I'm saying? So like that's I agree but disagree. Like, it is what it is, but the emotion is what makes me act on it or say something.
Because I'm not gonna act on it unless, like I said, you have to maliciously come at me. And I feel like people, I like hit to it because I joke in a very like direct. Sometimes it's like a little. People tell me like, yeah, that joke was kind of like a little too far. And it's like that's how I joke. Like, imagine if I was really coming at you. Yeah, like my jokes are very have a lot of meaning to it. So it's like if you pay attention, like, yeah, no, I want you to feel that. But imagine if I really came at you. Like, I feel like no one deserves that smoke, because if I was an emotional person, which I don't know where, we'd have to unpack that in a different episode. I don't know where my emotions got really cut off.
Yeah, that would be a good episode. Emotional intelligence.
But the thing is, I have emotional intelligence. I just don't let my emotions run me. But like, I don't know where my emotions really got cut off, but I'm not emotionally reactive, where it's like, I've seen you be emotionally reactive. And to me, it's like, I understand this, but I'm like,
but it ain't worth it.
To me, it's like, it's not worth it unless you came at me. Now it's like, no, I'm chopping you at the knee.
Well, that time I felt like somebody was coming at me. It was coming in my fucking pocket. That's what the fuck happened.
But you know what? You came at it within reason. I go too far. And I know I go too far, because to me, it's like, we're not going back and forth. You said what you needed to say. It's done when I say it. Like, I'm going to say something so heinous. Like, have you seen the movie Swordfish?
Yeah,
so
that was old.
Right, so John Travolta, he's like, yo, listen,
That's the one where Halle Berry showed her titties, right?
Yeah, with the book. So, like John Travolta says, like, listen, I want other countries to see terrorism so heinous that they don't think about doing anything to the U.S. That's how I feel. Like, listen, once you come at me, I'm gonna let you speak your piece. When I come back,
don't say shit.
Don't say shit, because listen, I'm coming for your neck, and I'm probably gonna overstep my bounds, but you started it.
Right.
You know?
No, I feel that 100%.
What up with that last time?
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I was eyeing that like 15 minutes
eat
ago.
that then.
No, but I'm actually kind of full, but I still want it. Bro, look, add off camera, let's split it. Because that's the second buffalo chicken one.
Oh, you can have that then.
I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. Like, I'm actually full, but like, I was looking at it like, god damn, that shit looks good as fuck. Hey, that rum, bro. We're gonna have the El Diablo next week on shit. But yeah, we've been chopping it up almost an hour. I love this shit because it never feels like
this
an hour.
was quick.
But this was like all of this conversation.
Camera angles.
All of this conversation was impromptu as fuck. Like, we didn't know what we were really gonna say, but yeah, that's 3 hours. Yo, if anybody that is watching this is a technician that wants to join the team, we're holding tryouts at the YMCA.
at the Recess Studio.
Yo, fucking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Bring your gym shorts, your fucking gloves, a headband. We need the help. But we're building the team. And when I tell you that, like, we got some shit to be excited about.
Big things coming August 6th. That's what we're going to say right now.
We're going to say August 6th every episode until we start talking about it, and we're going to keep saying August 6th.
That's a fact.
But let's wrap it up, and then I don't know. You want me to go first?
Yeah, please.
I guess my 15 seconds of fame. Shout out to y'all. the people that watch and listen. I was speaking to one of my friends. I'll shout her out Nelly. She gets mad because she like posts the podcast like every week or every other week, and I'm like, yo, you really fuck with it. And she's like, yeah, like why is that like
why she get mad?
Why are you so surprised? Because she takes it as like I'm surprised that she fucks with it. But my thing is like, I don't think people realize like we get over 100 streams between views and listens every week, right?
Okay.
And it's not like Spencer,
YouTube's
listen.
crazy too.
Yeah, YouTube's been going up, right? So it's not like it says like Spencer watched, this person watched. Like it just says 100 people watched. So it's like, yo, who are these people that are listening or watching? You know what I mean? And to me, it's like humbling and it's so dope to be like, yo, every week people are tapping in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like and then like Spencer said like, yo, you brought it here, now it's time to like raise it type shit. So now it's like, thanks to y'all for sticking around for so long and just continuing to tap in and hit the social media and like hit me or hit Spencer or like come on the show or whatever. So like that's my 15 seconds of fame, is like thanks to the people that continue to tap in with us and keep us going. Because I'll be real, if I was getting fucking 10 views, I'd have stopped this shit a long time ago. So
he's lying. He would just be doing it anyway. This is the low key of passion it is. He's gonna be saying it.
Yeah. But that's my shit.
Dope. Yeah, no, so really, shout out to all entrepreneurs, small business owners, especially who started or made it through the pandemic. And also healthcare workers. Y'all were really the backbone of the pandemic. Y'all worked ridiculous hours. Y'all really did more than the Call of Duty to provide for everyone, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. So shout out to y'all. We want to give back to y'all a lot more, and with the podcast, with some things that we have coming up. Please stay tuned because we want to give back to everyone in the community, especially people who are listening. But like I said, entrepreneurs, medical field, small business owners. Shout out to y'all because y'all really appreciate it. No one wants to go to these major corporations and give them their money, give them our money, like our hard-earned money. Rather give it back to y'all because y'all already on the front line working for us all. So, word. With that, also please share, like, and give us some critiques. Please don't hold back. Like you can say whatever you want to us. We're not gonna get emotional, but like, I'm not gonna get offended. Just if there's something y'all want to hear, if something we said rubbed y'all the wrong way, like that's
comment, let us know.
That's really the point because we want the controversy because controversy is how we all learn. I don't think people realize that when you disagree, that's how you both get to learn because you get to learn someone else's point of view, and that is what makes the world go around. But yeah, definitely please share, comment, repost, tell us what you think. We love to hear it and we love all of it.
Word. And I guess we just gonna cut it out with shout out to our sponsor of the episode, the food of the episode, Borinquen Eats by Aisha. Thanks for the dope, the fucking bomb ass flan and the empanadas. These little cups are always cute. Y'all check her out.
Homemade with
I
love.
promise y'all not gonna regret it. Just like y'all not gonna regret tapping in with us. Just like y'all not gonna regret going after your dreams and doing whatever the fuck makes you happy because you heard it here first. This is the best podcast in CT and we're coming to take over. And if you don't believe it, not fuck you, but get with it because you're gonna get lost. And that's a wrap on another episode.
That part.